Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are out at one of our commercial pools that we service weekly. They called me earlier this week, let me know that we were not getting air through our spa jets. If you look here, I'll turn them on, and we're just getting our jet pump turning on, not our air blowers. So as you can see, when I turn the dial to turn the jets on, our jet pump starts moving. There's no air, there's no bubbles coming through the jets. What am I thinking? Right now, I'm thinking Jeff's doing a great job over here vacuuming that pool. Right, I'm gonna turn my dial here, and this is what it's supposed to look like. So today, we're gonna replace these two air blowers so that we get the bubbles back in our North Spa over here. So now that we know what the problem is, we're gonna come in here and we're gonna replace our two air blowers. Basically what these do is they introduce air through the system to create those bubbles and the little bit more pressure out of those jets. These things on a commercial probably have maybe a year lifespan. You know, they've got the dial out there. The kids are turning them on and off. People are turning them on and off probably 400 times a day at large commercial places like this. So they have a very short lifespan. This is something we'll usually do about every year or so. Now we'll get into the process of what we're gonna do to get these replaced. The first thing I'm gonna have Jesse do is I'm gonna have him turn the breaker off. We wanna make, cause these are 240 volt electricity. We don't want Jesse having curly hair and looking like Marv from Home Alone. So after Jesse has turned the power off, we have basically two screws here that take our electricity and cover it so that water and things like that don't get into it. We're gonna take those off, and then we're going to take the wiring out, and we're going to basically pop these up, pop the new ones on, rewire it, and it's gonna be good to go. So here I have our new blower. The one thing we always want to verify is that the horsepower and the volts are the same. They do sell different horsepower blowers. They do sell 120 volt instead of a 240 volt. So we definitely want to make sure that we're replacing the blower that we took off with the exact same horsepower and volts as the other one. Okay, so now that our blowers are in place, we're just going to put the electrical back together. Again, very important to make sure that your breakers are off. You do not want to get electrocuted. Trust me, it hurts. So what Jesse's doing here is he's pushing the wire through the conduit. For anything that has water, we always want to make sure that it's got conduit and it's sealed, just so water can't seep in there and get into the wiring and blow like your GFI or something along those lines. This blower setup here is really nice, basically because he basically just has to match color to color. The other one did have a relay in it. It was a little more of a fancy blower. These ones work just as well. Now Jesse's wrapping up here. He's gonna put our last little cover on the electrical. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna flip the breakers on, and then we're gonna go out and test them and see if our work we did here is working. So Jesse's just putting our cover on here. I'm gonna turn my two breakers on. No fireworks, no sparks over here. That's a good start for us. Okay, now let's go turn our dial and test and make sure that our blowers are working. So because we opened those pipes up, it does take a second for the air to just kind of get moved through here. And there we go. This one should be starting. There's that one. And now, just like our South Spa here, our North Spa has jets, bubbles, and air. So as you can see, our spa's got a little bit of bubbles here. So I do have some anti-foam. It's what we call it. We do sell this at our Clearwater store. This stuff is instant. It's super nice. Just a quick little squirt, a couple quick little squirts, and those bubbles start going away pretty quick. And thank you guys for tuning in as we got our blowers replaced here at our commercial place. I'm sure their guests and everybody that enjoys this will enjoy having those bubbles and the air basically back in here. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us. And also check out this video that YouTube thinks you might like.